East Arnhem Land, and sun, finally. Why are we under the car again?
Something's wrong, and I don't know.
After a few days of camping at Maccassan's beach in the heavy rain, the sun was finally out again, so we headed off on the walk between Macassan, where we were camped, and Turtle Beach. This walk took us from the small beach up the hill and through an amazing patch of rainforest, then out across some woodlands and return. This was easily our favourite walk of the area. It was soon time to move on to our next booked campsite. Unfortunately, Mum had been bitten badly by the insects and decided they would need to leave the area. They headed off back inland, and we went on to Rainbow Cliffs. Rainbow Cliffs itself is on the other side of a small headland to the campsites. After checking it out, we set up camp on Site 1 and enjoyed the sunset. Sadly, we'd only booked one night here. In the morning, after being visited by some curious birds, we reluctantly packed up and did some exploring on our way to our next campsite.
It's just begun, and there's something on the tip of your tongue. Don't stay quiet. Things that we
First we went to Latram. And then we went to Goanna Lagoon. We didn't feel either one lived up to the hype, and we weren't sad we hadn't booked to stay at them. Next stop was Scout the Camp, where it was supposed to be campers only, no day visitors, and we had 2 nights here. Be aware you do still get day visitors turn up, just less of them than at other places. Overall, we liked Scout. It can be hard to get a quiet spot on the river to birdwatch if it's school holidays, bad timing on our part, but it is a lovely setting. Before we moved on, we needed to tighten all the bolts on the bull bar again. We also did a couple of small electrical jobs as well. After Scout, we headed to Giddy River. We only had one night here on Site 3 and immediately wished we'd booked longer. You're not right on the river, but it was very quiet, well removed from other campers, and very relaxing. We would recommend Giddy River again. We went spotlighting, but other than a tiny cherubim and a few little fish, we didn't see anything. Giddy River was definitely one of our favourite camps in East Arnhem, but sadly we had to move again. Back to Daliwuy Bay for 2 nights. Time to tidy up the packing and get ready for our long drive to join back up with my parents. My parents had been having a great time once they got away from the midgies. They camped at one of the river crossings and at Minoru's store before making their way into Katharine for some shopping and setting up at Tennant Creek to wait for us. Once we'd sorted everything ready to grow, we went for a drive to see Turtle Beach and Little Bondi. We also saw the only crocodile of the trip.
Something's wrong.
We left early in the morning and were about 40 k's from Nhulunbuy when we hit a small patch of not bad corrugations and disaster struck. The T-van and the dmax moved sideways across the road and it was a major struggle to bring it back under control. In the mirror it appeared that the T-van was tracking sideways. We stopped and went over the camper carefully but couldn't find anything wrong with it. The car, on the other hand, that didn't look so good. The left-hand spring was broken, but it jammed itself so at least we could limp back into town. It was a slow trip at 20 kilometres an hour, but we got into town in one piece. Gove Motors could order us a spring, but didn't have time to fit it, and it was going to take a week for the spring to arrive. We put out a call for help on the Go Nhulunbuy Facebook page, and the amazing community was soon offering solutions. We were so fortunate to have a local guy let us know he had a suitable set of springs for sale, and he could even help us fit them. We then managed to find accommodation and set about unpacking everything in preparation to fit the springs. Bryce was amazing. He had the old springs out and the new ones fitted in no time. We found out we were truly fortunate to have found Bryce and his complete set of springs, as both the springs had broken. Thanks to Bryce, and we can't thank him enough, we were able to be packed up and on our way again within 24 hours, instead of the extended stay of at least a week we'd been told to expect when we first got back into town. Next episode, we catch up to my parents, and the dmax continues to be a drama queen.
Some things